Good evening. These are the stories making the headlines in the Hot 7 Nightly News.
The details of a viral photograph which has been making the rounds over the past 24 hours are out. The UWP General Secretary scoffs at the announcement by Emma Hippolyte of her intention to contest the Soufrière seat. And former Agriculture Minister Moses Jabatis is disputing claims made by the island's Prime Minister and Agriculture Minister about the success in the banana industry. We have the details of these stories and much more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
It is Friday, the 18th of January 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News on Flow Channel 117 and simulcast on Kiss FM. I am Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. The details of a viral photograph which has been making the rounds over the past 24 hours are out, and sources say the matter has already been addressed and it is not a new case. Rochelle Gonzalez explains.
Over the past 24 hours, a photograph surfaced and has since gone viral, with persons sharing it in and around St. Lucia like wildfire. In the photograph, two teenage boys were seen posing with firearms, one with a shotgun and the other with a handheld pistol, which he menacingly points at the photographer. To make matters worse, the boys are wearing the uniforms of a secondary school situated along the west coast of the island. Reports from reliable sources reached Hot 7 News, however, indicating that the photograph was taken a number of months ago and that both teenagers were arrested and dealt with accordingly. According to the sources, the mother of one of the boys is a police officer, and that she was the one who sounded the alarm and turned the youngsters into police. Reportedly, both teenagers are no longer in police custody. According to legislation, teenagers 16 years and over can be arrested, charged, and tried as adults. The penalties for carrying an illegal firearm include imprisonment for 7 years and a fine of 15,000 EC dollars. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. Police are investigating a break-in at a building in Odsa. According to police, bandits broke into the Frank B. Armstrong building at Odsa, triggering an alarm and a response from Protector Security System. A report was made to police at about 2:40 a.m. Friday. The supervisor of the security company responded to the alarm and upon arrival noticed people exiting the back window which had been broken. Some stolen items were recovered in nearby bushes. The police force has commended the supervisor who responded promptly and in so doing averted a major loss of company property. In other news, the General Secretary of the United Workers' Party, Oswald Augustine, is reacting to the announcement that former SLP candidate for Grosley, Emma Hippolyte, intends to throw her hat in the political ring yet again, but this time in her place of birth, Soufrière. Augustine says after abandoning her hometown for so many years, it is interesting that she wants to now represent the people.
Has the announcement of Emma Hippolyte's intention to run in Soufrière rattled the ruling United Workers' Party and the incumbent MP, Herod Stanislas? Not so, says the UWP General Secretary, Oswald Augustine. He says, in fact, it's mighty strange that Hippolyte would even consider returning to her roots after so many years. He levels claims of abandonment and now political convenience at Hippolyte. He is confident that Herod Stanislas is in no danger of losing to Emma Hippolyte.
Actually abandoning the people for many years. And after getting the tail whipped in an election, decide now to turn back to those same people they abandoned to seek their support. The Labour Party's track record in Soufrière has been so bad. They have never given Soufrière good representation. And for the first time, Soufrière is having the representation it deserves. I am sure, as the rep being a young man from Soufrière, he has given Soufrière a whole lot of service. The residents of Soufrière will surely turn back to the United Workers' Party, the party which the people have always looked forward to develop the country. They will turn right back to the United Workers' Party, and they will vote Herod Stanislaus a second time.
Augustine further defends the performance of the incumbent MP Herod Stanislaus. Hippolyte, in an interview with Hot 7 News on Thursday, the 17th of January 2019, said Stanislaus, like the UWP administration, had brought regression to the town of Soufrière. She lamented what she says is a lack of opportunities for the young people of Soufrière and also drew attention to the deficiencies in healthcare, given the capacity of the Soufrière hospital and the eyesore in the tourism town, the unfinished square. Augustine says Stanislaus, a true son of the soil, has been working with the people and in their best interest. He says there are projects in Soufrière that will soon be brought to fruition.
As far as I know, quite a bit is happening in Soufrière, and it would be best to speak to the parliamentary rep, who could let you know exactly all what he has been doing in Soufrière. He can even speak about the Hummingbird project which he had started and which was abandoned by the then St. Lucia Labour Party. He will speak to you about a number of things. He will speak to you about the square, which I know a few people of Soufrière are bellyaching about, but it is always best to come from the horse's mouth.
Our efforts to reach the current Soufrière MP, Herod Stanislaus, were unsuccessful up to newstime Friday.
And of course, we had to take the matter to the people. Rochelle Gonzalez took to the streets to ask members of the public to have their say about Emma Hippolyte's announcement.
During an interview earlier this week with Hot 7 News, former Grosley MP Emma Hippolyte made a surprising announcement revealing that she plans on going back to her roots and now wants to contest the Soufrière seat. What are your thoughts on this? Have your say.
It's her decision. If she doesn't want to go for the north and she chooses to go for the other side, but I hope she does do a good job anyway.
That's her choice. If you feel like she'll make it, she can go.
But do you think that she will stand a good chance?
Maybe.
Not a peco. I'm not agree.
No, it's her choice. Everybody have their choice. If she want to go, if she's a solution, she can run anywhere she wants to.
She's from down there. She feels she wants to represent the people. It's left to her. She have made her decision. But will she defeat the individual that is the current rep? Because I think he is working and is quite dynamic. When you hear his contribution from the House, it's really refreshing. So all I could say, she doesn't have my support.
Il a fait détournement politics. Il s'est posé bon mec. Si nous gagnons, nous avons un bon job en finance.
We need somebody like Emma to take that seat back home.
If that's her hometown, yes.
And what do you think of the idea on a whole?
It's a wonderful thing. She should try.
I was listening to it last night, and she's fit for that.
I support the idea of Miss Emma Hippolyte wanting to run for Soufrière. She's born in Soufrière. She's a very capable person, and as long as she's in good health, she can carry on.
Well, where Auntie Emma is concerned, you've just heard what they had to say. Want a chance to speak your mind? Come join us next time where you can get a chance to have your say. For Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. The Castries City Council is issuing a warning to container truck drivers to refrain from parking along and near the VG Beach. Should the matter not be rectified, the CCC says it will be forced to take action. Solange Alfred reports.
Truck drivers who are parking their vehicles in the vicinity near VG Beach alongside the Rendezvous Resort are being warned by the Castries Constituency Council to remove their trailers or face a penalty. Press and Communications Manager of the CCC, Jason Hollandseed, says the development is a worrying one that was first recognized near the Bunnan Bay area.
We at the Castries Constituency Council currently are very concerned about that trend we see at beach facilities just to the front of one of our major hotels, Rendezvous, where truck drivers are actually parking their trailers right on this piece of property. We noticed that when the decision was taken recently to sort of mitigate that at Burnants Bay, persons, started parking the trailers at this facility.
Holland Seed reported that the location has been set aside for improvements, and with the area being in such close proximity to a major resort, many have complained about the unattractive appearance.
We would like to call on those who have their trailers parked at this location to get them removed, because this property is actually earmarked for development. But not just that, it is unsightly, right in front of a major hotel chain, and persons keep complaining, about it. So we would wish to reach out to those persons to get those trailers removed and to desist from such practice.
He went on to say that the relevant authorities will be contacted to ensure that the situation is handled.
We actually are scheduling a meeting with the police next week and see how we could, curb that situation.
According to the CCC, offending drivers who fail to comply with the public advisory will be penalized. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solaj Alfred.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. We have much more coming up after this quick break.